Tyler, when you're playing a team like last week that beat you last year, the extra motivation is obvious. When you're playing a team this week that you beat by 57 last year, the outside is going to say what it's going to say. How important is it this week to rely on the leadership that you guys have talked about all summer? And how businesslike have you seen, the team the last couple of days as they go into this one?
Yeah, we have to practice like professionals. Like we said in the summer, ACC media day, all the media days we had, we got to take it one day at a time, one practice at a time, one game at a time. So we're moved on from the A&M game. Obviously, big win for us in the program, but we got to move on from it. We got Bethune-Cookman this week, and we just got to take it one game at a time and not look too far in advance.
One quick follow-up. Everybody always talks about the challenge of a short week. Other than the obvious, 2 less days to prepare, what really changes for you guys? Thank you.
Yeah, obviously short week. We're just gonna, play how we always play. Play like it's our last game. Obviously the week has changed with our practice schedule and the way our schedule works, but we're just gonna go in this game, play as hard as we can. Execute at a high level, and just play a great game altogether.
Go to Matt Shodell from Kane Sport. Matt.
Oh, hey, Tyler. I just want to get your take. Now that you've had sort of time to really reflect on it. The offensive line, I think Coach Dawson said yesterday it was the best he's ever seen. You see it from a different angle than Coach Dawson. You're right behind them. How good were those guys, and how different is it from last year? The guys up front and how they're playing.
Yeah, I don't want to compare some guys to some guys. Obviously, there was good moments last year. Obviously, there was some bad last year. But yeah, those guys played a hell of a game. We kept me clean all night, allowed me to be precise and accurate throwing the ball. I think all the credit goes to them when it comes to my stats. They just did a great job the entire night keeping me clean and allowing me to get the ball off on time.
Go to David Hale from ESPN.com. David.
Hey, Tyler, I know you talked a good bit this offseason about trying to get the deep ball back more into the repertoire than it was last year. Looking at the numbers, it's probably not – you've thrown it a ton more, but you've had more success. And the other aspect that really jumped out to me is it looks like your receivers, you're getting them in space and they're getting a lot more yards after the catch as well. Can you just kind of explain how sort of that big play threat has evolved this year and how it might look a little different from last year?
I have 100% trust in every single one of the receivers that go out there. You guys can see the deep threat we have. Anybody on the team in the receiver room can do that. Not only Zay, not only Jacolby. We haven't even hit a deep one to Jacolby Young yet. Tyler Harrell has capability to do that. So many other guys. So I trust all those guys in the receiver room. And then obviously the yards after catches was extraordinary on Saturday. X, Jacolby, Colby. Hats goes out to them for making people miss in space and doing what they do best.
Go to Adam Lichtenstein from the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey, Tyler. Congrats on being named the conference quarterback of the week this week. I guess now that you've played in Coach Dawson's offense now for 2 games, just what about it really appeals to you? What do you like the most about it?
I think he calls plays, in the perfect moments. He knows when to take shots in situations. Right when we cross the 50. I like his aggressiveness later in the game on that third down, calling that shot to Jacolby. I just like the aggressive play calls. You never want to get too comfortable back there, hand the ball off, and try to run the clock out, and then end up getting 3 and out, putting the ball away, and then A&M was kind of getting a groove a little bit on offense. Throwing the ball every play, and it was tough on our defense a little bit. Obviously, the defense did a great job of holding them. But yeah, I like the aggressiveness in the play calling by him, just to kind of ice the game a little bit.
Go to Marcus Benjamin from Keynes County. Marcus.
Hey, Tyler, just looking back at the film from the Texas A&M game, obviously you had a great game, but what are some of the areas that you saw on tape that you want to improve on going into this Bethune game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously execute at the highest levels possible. Obviously, you're not going to be perfect. I missed a couple reads on that strip sack I had. I could have threw the ball to Ray Ray on the corner. He was open there. Just try to execute at the highest levels possible and just be as consistent as possible. I mean, every week my goal is for my completion percentage to be over 70%. And to do that, you got to be consistent. So, yeah, just honestly be consistent in my reads.
Go to Brian London. Brian.
Hey, Tyler. Anytime a team gets a new coordinator, a new play caller, and a bunch of new players, there can be some confusion. There can be some ups and downs in that communication process. But it seems like through 2 games, from how the plays are getting in to you guys huddling up to you guys communicating along the line, it's gone relatively smoothly. Do you agree with that? And how has that come together so well so early in the season?
I mean, yeah, it's not only the 2 games that we practice all the signaling and huddle stuff. I mean, we've been practicing that for the whole off season, fall camp. There was one moment in the game where we kind of had a miscommunication and we had to take a delay game. It was, I think, on that 2-minute drive before halftime. But other than that, everything was so smooth. Our communication improved from the first game to the second game in terms of getting the plays in fast and me commuting to the offense. I don't believe we had any false starts on Saturday. Maybe, I don't know. I forgot. But compared to the first game, we had like 5. So, yeah, it was good just communication wise. And just to have that in the second game was really good going into the rest of the season.
Go to Bruce Feldman from The Athletic. Bruce.
What did Shannon say to you before you went out on the field? You guys are up basically 1 score, and it's like 4 minutes left in the game, and they had just scored. What did he say to you before then, and what do you remember about the play, the moment right before the touchdown pass where you guys went for it and hit the long touchdown to end the game?
I mean, he told the entire offense that we got to score again. We got to get a comfortable lead. We don't want to be put in that uncomfortable position where we're only up 8 points and they have the ball and all the pressure's on the defense. So we got to help the defense out a little bit and score just to get a comfortable lead for them. And yeah, I like the aggressive play call that he called on that play to Jacolby. And he's going to continue to do that. I trust in him and he trusts in me. So everything's going smoothly with that.
Adam.
Hey, Jacolby, congrats on being named receiver of the week for the conference. Just what does that honor mean to you? And I mean, like, how nice is it to be recognized, for having a good performance?
Thanks. It's great to be recognized because, like, it couldn't happen without my team, the line, the QB, getting the ball. It's just great to be recognized.
Go to Matt Shodell from Cane Sport. Matt.
Hey, Jacolby. So, you guys obviously had a great game as a receivers group. I think it was 246 yards after the catch is what one site noted. But I wanted to ask you, with that said, the difference this year versus last year as a receiving core, is it the system? Is it just you guys have gotten a lot better and clicked better, gotten bigger, faster, stronger as a unit? Like, can you put your finger on it? Because, the main guys in this game were the same guys that played last year, right? So I'm just curious why you guys look just so much different and so much better.
I feel like we trust each other now, and like with our coaches, we have different coaches, so it's like a different outcome because we have great coaches like Coach Dawson, Coach KB, and they push us to be the best every day. And that's what we prepare to do, to be the best.
Go to Marcus Benjamin from Keynes County. Marcus.
Hey, Jacolby. Yeah, since you were talking about Coach KB, can you talk more specifically of kind of how he's kind of improved your game this year, and then just what he may have said to you on the sideline when you had a couple of errors, in that game to help build you back up?
One thing he told me on the sideline, I thought he was like, just do your game. Just show the world that what you can do and just do you, basically. That's what I did.
And in what ways has he kind of like improved your game this year, kind of technically as a receiver?
Hey, did that help today? Like all around, he helped all of us like build our confidence up and like just know that like we can do it. It's like, and there's nothing stopping us, and we could just we can lean on each other if we have any problems or anything.
Go back to Adam.
Hey again. So obviously, you've played with Tyler now for a couple years. He had, a solid game to start the year and then was phenomenal on Saturday. Just what have been your thoughts on how he's played, and does he seem any different, I guess, maybe from like this point last year?
I feel like Tyler's doing great so far. Like the O-line's giving him much time to get the ball off to us, and he's just doing what he has to do to make the throw.
Go to Susan Miller-Degnan from the Miami Herald. Susan. You're on mute, Susan.
Got it. Congratulations, Jacolby, on your award. And also, these non-conference games, how much do they help you going forward? As you get to the meatier part of your schedule, how can you use these games to your advantage, if any?
We treat every game the same. Like we prepare for every opponent the same, just to go out and do our best.
And Jacolby, do you know anybody on this team? I guess you went to Plantation High, right?
Yes.
Anybody? I know there's some local guys on the team. Do you know anybody?
No, I don't know anybody.
You don't know anybody. Okay. And then I know you talked a little bit about special teams, but Coach Cristobal said you guys would be a heavy part of your preparation this week.
Yeah.
Or heavier part. Has it been, and what have you guys done, not just you, everybody generally, as part of more special teams prep and and the return game going forward?
More straining and like more just pushing, fighting, even when we're tired, just strain.
Matt.
Oh, hey, Anez. Congrats on the win, and nice job by you and the offensive line. I wanted to ask you, your thoughts. I guess Coach Dawson indicated you guys graded out really well. How pleased were you with how the offensive front did? And where do you go from here? I mean, is this basically already a perfected offensive line, or still a lot of room to grow?
I feel like we did very well. We grinded all summer. We grinded with them five. Well, the whole offensive line group, we grinded very hard in the summer, learning everything, learning all the defense scheme. But I still feel like there's a lot of room for us to grow. I don't really think like we just gonna. It's just a certain limit that we can stop it. I just feel like there's always room to get better.
Go to Adam Lichtenstein from the Sun Sentinel. Adam.
Hey, Anez, congrats on being named offensive lineman of the week in the conference. My question is, like, you guys seems like you've done very, very well in pass blocking. I know Tyler's credited you guys, Coach Dawson, Coach Cristobal have all given you a lot of credit. What makes this unit so good at pass blocking?
I just feel like the whole unit just know like all their assignments in the pass game. I just feel like it just got us better because our defense run a lot of defense that a whole lot of other teams run. So I feel like us just doing that and repping them reps, getting the reps in every day just made us way better in pass game this year.
Go to Marcus Benjamin from Keynes County. Marcus.
Hey, Anez, just wanted to know if you did anything specifically to improve from game 1 to game 2. It seemed like game 2 you really kind of improved from game 1.
I don't really think I did anything different because like I prepare for it. I go in the mindset and thinking I treat every game like it's the same. So I don't really think that I thought too much about it. But like I feel like I played probably like a little harder. Well, I ain't gonna say a little harder. I feel like it was just the mindset. I was just going against like a very good team, and then we had lost to them last year, so I really just wanted to win bad.
Back to Adam.
Hey again. So, guys, I got two questions about your teammates who you play next to. First about Matt Lee. Now that you've had, everyone raved about him in the spring and the fall. Now that you've had a chance to play with him next to him for 2 games, what are some things that stand out about him?
Matt Lee is very smart. He make all his calls clear. So Matt Lee play a big part in the way that we run our offensive scheme because he make very quick calls. Like we can be doing like a quick play, like a quick snap play. He automatically make the call going up to the ball. So I feel like Matt Lee he's very vocal. He's a very good leader. He play fast and he make us play fast.
And then, excuse me. Similarly, playing next to CeCe, playing his first 2 games. Obviously, you were kind of in a similar spot to him last year. He's kind of seems like he's going through a little bit of growing pains and stuff. What's been the advice that you've given him?
I just tell him, just don't think about, just go out there and just be him, just be yourself. Cause me last year, I was going in the game, I got through in, I was just thinking about it too much. Like I'm really playing young, and it was just too much on my mind. So I'm just tell him, just like don't think about it, just be yourself. And that's how you play fast. You just go out there and play, be yourself when you playing fast.
Go back to Matt.
Hello again, Anez. So I wanted to ask you the team's mindset now, right? Because you guys obviously had a rough season your freshman year last year, and now great start. Everyone has these huge expectations. As a team, as a player, how do you keep focused now on the task at hand? What's the task? What is that going to take for you guys?
I just feel like we just got to keep improving. One game, just because we beat Texas A&M, I don't really think we were looking. Like I feel like we should have beat Texas A&M, but I just think we just got to keep improving because the sky's the limit. We ain't even played our best game yet, I feel like. But I feel like as long as we just keep working hard and grinding all week and get ready to play opponents on Fridays, Saturdays, I just feel like that the sky's the limit for us, and we got a lot to we can be a lot way better than we is.
I got time for one more question. We'll go to Susan Miller-Degnan from the Miami Herald to wrap it up. Susan?
Hey, Anez, congratulations on your ACC honor. Also, Tyler Van Dyke looks like his old self. How much pride do you guys take as a line in how he's doing?
I feel like Tyler is I feel like he improved way better than last because I feel like he's very healthy now. So he's able to do what he should have been able to do last year. But I feel like we appreciate Tyler very much because he have been like stepping up his game way better than last year. I feel like he's gonna be a very good quarterback by the end of the season.
Do you take some pride in how you've contributed to his game?
Yes, I take some pride. I feel like I take pride in the whole offensive line. I feel like we everybody know we improved since last year, but I feel like as our whole 5 unit, I feel like we got the sky's the limit for us. I feel like we'll be way better by the end of the season. We just keep working.
Thank you.